I don't even know where to start with this thing. This is the new iPad Pro, and this one is actually the most iPad Pro you can get. This is the 12.9-inch version with 1 terabyte of storage in LTE, with the optional $199 keyboard cover and $129 of Apple Pencil on top. This is $2,200 of iPad Pro. It is big and bad and mean looking. It has an 8-core A12X processor that is just lightning fast. It has this new Apple Pencil that clips on magnetically and charges wirelessly, and it has a USB-C port that can theoretically let it connect to basically anything. It's more expensive than my laptop, with a processor that benchmarks faster than Apple's own Core i7 MacBook Pros. This iPad Pro is a beast. If a muscle car could turn into a tablet, it would turn into this. And I should love this. I should love it. It should keep me up at night. It should make my heart flutter every time I see it. It should be my computer, my #1 go-to computer. But it's not. I'm gonna tell you why. So it's no secret that Apple's lead in tablets is just silly. No other company has a tablet that offers the same power, app selection, ease of use, and battery life as the iPad Pro. Last year, when Dieter reviewed the 10.5-inch iPad Pro, he said it was basically like Apple showing off. And this new iPad Pro is definitely Apple showing off again, especially when it comes to hardware. There are 2 sizes, 11 inches and 12.9. The 11-inch model fits a larger screen and the same size body as the old 10.5-inch model, and the 12.9 shrinks the body down to fit the screen. The 12.9 is basically the same size as a sheet of paper now, although I'm going to tell you it feels a lot bigger than that. Apple likes to say that both models have edge-to-edge displays, but I mean, come on. Nothing about this bezel is edge-to-edge. But it is an extremely nice LCD screen that's 264 points per inch on both sizes, and it has Apple's fancy new rounded corner technology that the company calls Liquid Retina. Now, this is a little confusing because the iPhone XR also has a Liquid Retina LCD, but the iPad display is way better than the XR screen, with a faster 120Hz ProMotion variable refresh rate, better viewing angles, brightness, and wider color support. So I asked Apple, and they told me that Liquid Retina really just means rounded corners. That's it. The new iPad Pro is also the first really new Apple hardware design language in a long time. Instead of rounded corners and soft shapes, it's all hard corners and flat sides with big exposed antenna lines on the back and a huge camera bump. It kind of looks like the MacBook Pro, but it's also kind of brutal, almost like a reference design. Most people I showed it to thought it was kind of cool, especially in this space gray finish, but it's taking a while to grow on. You'll also notice that there's no home button. Just like the iPhone X, the new iPad Pro has Face ID. It's the same true depth camera system with a 7-megapixel camera, infrared projector, and IR sensor, but it works in any orientation, landscape, upside down, whatever. If your palm is covering the camera while you're holding the iPad, it'll tell you. And if you have it at the bottom, it'll tell you to look down to unlock, which is pretty neat. You can also double tap the spacebar if you have the keyboard cover on to unlock, which is really fast, and kind of reminiscent of Windows Hello. The lack of a home button means that you now navigate the iPad Pro using the same gestures as the iPhone X. So you can tap to wake, swipe up to go home, swipe up a little bit more to open the app launcher, swipe up just a little bit to open the dock, and swipe between apps along the bottom here. Now, this will even preserve your app layout. So if you've got 2 apps on one screen, they'll be right there when you come back. And of course, you can pop over certain apps to get something done quickly if you need to. These new gestures are all pretty intuitive to pick up, especially if you've been using an iPhone X, but there's a lot going on when you swipe up now. And getting the dock and not the app switcher is a lot harder than you would think. You have to take a minute to really dial it in.